Hey guys, welcome to Taz's Fixes. This is my first video. I am Taz, and the video that you're gonna see is gonna be describing the process of how to change the automatic transmission fluid for a G37. The vehicle in particular in this case is a G37X, but the process is the same for all models between 08 to I believe 2013. So the reason why I wanted to change the transmission oil on this particular vehicle is because my wife bought the vehicle, and at the time it was 9 years old, and it was owned by a person that just kind of did like the oil and filter and basic maintenance, and the vehicle had never seen a transmission fluid change. And I noticed the vehicle from time to time would kind of skip a gear here and there, but it wasn't like anything too concerning. So I went ahead and changed the transmission fluid, and then I wanted to document the process because I noticed it wasn't covered very well in different areas or online on YouTube. So I wanted to just kind of make a process where I could see everything, and I was lucky enough to get access to a shop from a friend. So here's the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Shout out to Legacy Auto for letting us use their shop today. They do all kinds of insurance work. They work with all insurance companies, framework, body work, all makes and models. They do custom paint jobs. I've seen awesome stuff come out of here. So their name, their info is going to be flashing in front of you in front of the screen right now. They're based out of Toronto, and they're a family-run business, and they're awesome. So hit them up. Today, we're going to be changing the transmission fluid on a G37. This is supposed to be a non-serviceable transmission, but like all fluids, it breaks down. Nothing's lifetime. So what we're going to be doing is doing a drain and fill. We're not going to be dropping the pan today. So if you look right here, you're going to see a drain bolt, and we're going to be opening up the fill bolt, which we'll be filling in from the top. There is no dipstick, so there is a little bit of a method to see if it's full or not, but when we get to it, you'll learn how to do it. All right, to start off, we got to make sure that we can open the drain bolt. And in order to get some more space to work with, we're going to take off the clip that connects to the oxygen sensor to the front of the vehicle. So if you look at the back here, if you come around, it's just a little clip. You can use a pair of nose pliers to pop it. Work it out and just get it out of the way so you got more space. The fill bolt is a number 5 Allen, and just crack it loose a little bit right now. We'll put a drain pan under to make sure that we can we shouldn't see too much come out of it, but just to be safe, we'll put something on the ground. You might get a little bit of spill here. Yeah, we're gonna get some spill. And as you can see, it's really dark up here. If you could see, the fluid color is pretty bad, and this is already after a 5 mil change. So we're just gonna let that drain. The fluid that we are using to replace it today is gonna be the Dematic S from Nissan. I would go with the manufacturer's replacement because a lot of people use the Valvoline ATF or the aftermarket stuff, but just to be safe, I'd use the manufacturer ones. Alright, so now that I've put back the fill bolt, just hand tightened it in there, we got quite a bit of fluid out, more than I was expecting. We're going to open up the drain bolt. It's number 19 millimeter. And we're going to crack it loose. You'll want something under. There we go. And gonna try to get as much as I can in here without making a mess. Step off the thing. Yeah, there we go. Alright. And that's the drain bolt, so it doesn't have a magnetic plug. The magnets are actually inside, so if you want to open it up, you got to open the entire, I think it's 24 bolts, and drop the entire pan. You'll be able to get more fluid out that way too. But I already did that, and this is a new pan, so I'm not too worried about the magnets that how much they've collected. But the fluid, although I just did change it, if you look, is It's pretty dark what's coming out of here, so it should be red. So we'll let this drain. One thing to mention is that you do want the transmission fluid changes volume as temperature rises pretty drastically. So you do want the temperature to be about 35-40 degrees Celsius before you start draining, because it'll probably it's going to change the volume of how much you're going to end up putting back. So we're coming to a stop almost. We're going to let it drain, and then we'll put the drain bolt back. As used with the manufacturer ones. So we had about a little bit around 3.5 liters come out. That bottle is about 3.78 liters of fluid. So we got 5 just to be on the safe side. We'll probably end up putting it back around 4. So the drain bolt is back on, and we have the fill bolt open. And now in order to fill it, I'm going to use this cap that I got off of the a gear oil bottle, and I'm just gonna stuff it in here just so it holds, and that'll be like my funnel. They do make a special part for it, but it's just a fill bolt that threads in there. I'm just gonna use this for time being, and at the bottom here I have a pump. Now you can use a transfer pump, or you can use a pump like this, and you suck in transmission fluid, and you're going to pump it up here. You'll probably get 2 or 3 bottles in, at which point you'll have to get somebody inside the vehicle to start it, and then you'll continue to pump until you get a stream that runs down. Alright, so we're going to start siphoning fluid so we can pump it up. This is a very messy process, but we'll see how much we can get. Just about empty on that. And we'll go to the other bottle again. Okay. Now what you'll need to not make a mess is have another person. And you'll want to push the tube up as you pump so that it stays snug. And I'm going to start pumping here. So we got just a little bit over a quart, and we're probably going to have to do 3 or so. A little over 2 quarts. I'm going to take it out again. Get a can under, and we'll give it another go here. We'll start the vehicle so that the vehicle takes up more fluid. That'll make more space in the pan, and you'll be able to get the right amount of fluid in there then. Okay, so now the vehicle is started. We gotta start pumping. So the transmission, it sucked up more fluid. So what we'll have to do now is, it's made more room in the pan. Okay, we'll take the tube up, and we'll pump. Pump more. Wait. Now pull it. It might start running. Okay. Now, what you'll want to do is grab the drain bolt. It's in there. In the corner, there's a little bolt. Yep, that's the one. So we got it spilling, and what you'll want to do is clear the area and quickly pop it in with the rivet. So if you saw, that stream was pretty fast. And we'll basically, with the vehicle started now, cycle through all the gears to get the fluid spread out evenly into the transmission. For that, you'll need somebody to hop in the vehicle and go through the gears. One by one, hold it in a couple. Okay, so you're gonna start the car. So with the vehicle started now, what you'll want to do is look at what gears you're in and start shifting it in reverse. Hold it there with your foot on the brake. Let it run for a couple seconds. Cycle through all the gears. You're going to neutral. Hold it for a couple seconds. Go to drive. Hold it there. Put it into DS, so slide it over to the plus and minus. Back into drive. Back into neutral. Up to reverse. Again into park. And you'll want to cycle this over maybe another 2 or 3 times and hold it in each gear about 15-20 seconds. And now you'll leave the vehicle in park running so you could take a final check of your transmission fluid. If you need to pump more, we'll be pumping more. Alright, so now that you've cycled through the gears and the transmission has warmed up for a couple minutes, what you'll be able to do now is get back to your fill bolt here, and you're going to see what the stream looks like. If there is no stream, you're going to want to pump more fluid, and if there is a solid stream, you'll want to let it run for a little bit before you put it back. So the fluid is getting hot now. So that's a steady stream. We're going to let it drain for a little bit until we see it get a little airy. And as you see right there, bubbles are forming. You want to pop it right in. So that ensures you've filled it to the right level. So the pan is at the top and the fluid is filled, so we'll just tighten the bolt at this point. And it's only like 7 or 8 foot-pound. It's only a fill bolt, so you don't want to crank it down too much. Bend it, and you can pop your oxygen sensor clip right back, and you're done. We do have the car running, so the AC water is dropping. And it fell on our cameraman. Camera woman. And there's that. That's how you do it. You'll just have to watch for leaks just in case you haven't tightened it down or you missed the steel washer. The fill bolt does have a washer on it. Ideally, you'd want to replace it, but this is a new pan. It's the first time we opened it, so we're going to reuse our bolt there. And that's that. That's how you change your transmission in a 2011 G37.